Okay, this is paper IGCSE 2024 paper 1H. Okay, let's see the question. What the question is saying, the curve has equation y is equals to f of x. There is one minimum point on the curve and the coordinates of the minimum point is 5 minus 4. Write down the coordinates of the minimum point when the function is f of x plus 7. So you remember that whenever we have something in the bracket, so f of x plus 7, so we're going to take 5 minus 7. So 5 minus 7, so we will get over here minus 2. And the y is no change, so our coordinates will be minus 2, minus 4. Whenever we have f of x minus 6, so it means there is a y change, so there's no change in y, there's no change in x, so x value remains the same. And then we're going to do minus 4 minus 6, that gives us minus 10. So this coordinate will be minus 10. This is 1 mark simple question. Let's move on to question number 22 now. So question number 22 says the incomplete histogram. So histogram is incomplete, has shown some information about the distance in kilometers that 100 adults ran last week. So we need to remember these are 100 people in there. And the question says all of the adults ran at least 5 kilometers. So the minimum they ran is, let's say here, is 5, and the maximum they go up to 55. So the minimum is 5 and the maximum is 55. 14 adults ran between 15 kilometers and 20. So this is 15. What's the frequency of this one is 14. What's the class width is 5. So what's the frequency density? Frequency density is equals to frequency divided by class width. So frequency is 14. That's given in the question, right? And the class width we can work out from there. 20 taken by 15 is 5. So 14 divided by 5, so we will get over here 2.8. Our frequency density for this one is 2.8. Let's draw a line, so that will be quick line. Okay, so this is our frequency density, which is 2.8. okay, now we're going to write down our values. Let's write down our values over here. So this value would be 1 over here, 2, this would be 3. Let's make it quite thick, make it simple. Okay, so 3, and the next value would be 4. So 1, 2, 3, this is our frequency density, this is our class width. Okay, so we're using this information, we got the frequency density column. Now what's the next part says? Complete the histogram. All of the adults ran at least 55. So they are total 100 adults, right? We're going to find out what's the frequency of this part is 15 to 35 is 15. And what's the frequency density on this side is, this is 3, and 1, 2, 3, and 4 boxes, right? So times by 3.4, so we will get over here 51. Let's check for this one. This is 35 to 55, this is 20, and times by the 0.4, so we will get over here is 8. Now we know that, so the total people are 100, so we're going to find out how many are there already. 14 plus 51 plus 8, that gives us 73, and the total is 100 minus 73, so we will get over here 27. It means for this one between 5 to 15, the frequency is 27. So there are 27 people over there. So we know the frequency, we need to find out the frequency density now. So frequency density formula is same, frequency divided by class width. We know that there are 27 people in the first group, and the class width must be between 5 and 15, so that would be 10. So frequency density is 2.7. So we're going to draw a bar from here to there, 2.7. This is 8. So we need to go up to, let's say this is 5. We're going to draw a straight line from there to there. So this is 2.7, let's say this one, but you're going to use a ruler in the exam. 2.7. So this is our 27 people, and this is our, we have completed our histogram. Okay, so this is how many marks question is this? This is 3 mark questions. Okay, if you have any question, don't forget to put in the comment section. I will try to elaborate again. Okay, this is question number 23. This is a bit tricky question actually. It says a solid shape is made by removing a hemisphere. Hemisphere means half circle, shown as shaded from a cone, is shown in the diagram. And the radius of the hemisphere is 2x. The radius of this hemisphere is, let's say this is radius is equals to 2x. And the radius of the base of the cone is 5x. Let's say from there to there, the radius of the cone is 5x. And the vertical height of the cone is 6x. From there to there, let's say the height is 6x. And the volume of the solid after removing this hemisphere is, if we remove this shaded part, so the total volume is 6948 pi. Okay, so what we need to work it out now? Work out the total surface area of the solid hemisphere that has been removed from the cone. Okay, so we're going to use this information. Before use this information, I need to tell you a few formulas so you can remember that. So volume of cone, what's the formula for that? That's given in the exam. 1/3 by r square h. That's given in the exam. Okay, so I'm going to write down here volume of sphere. That's given in the exam as well. 4/3 by r cube. And surface area of sphere, that's also given in the exam, is equals to 4 by r squared. So we know all the formulas now. Yeah. So the volume of cone minus volume of hemisphere, that gives us the rest of the volume, which is 6,948 pi. So we're going to use this information with the given information. Okay. So let's write down individually. Then we're going to volume of cone is equals to 1/3 by 1/3 by r squared h. Yeah. Look at here, 1/3 by r squared h. 1/3 times pi times r is, what's the value of r? So this is, from there to there is 5x. Okay, so let's write down here pi r squared and h is 6x. We're going to simplify this one. 1/3 times pi times 25x squared times 6x. If you simplify everything, so we'll get over here 50 pi and x cubed. This is volume of the cone. Let's find out volume of sphere. What's the formula? Volume of sphere is 4/3 by r cube. But this formula is for the full sphere. But we have hemisphere, so we're going to divide by 2. So let's write down here. Let's divide by 2 first. Times 4/3 times pi times r value is 2x. Okay. So the hemisphere r radius is 2x. So we're going to write down here 2x cubed. When you simplify everything, so you will get 16/3 pi and x cubed. So we got the two different volumes. Now we know that what's the difference of the volume is. So we're going to use this information and find out. So we know that 50 by x cubed minus 16/3 by x cubed is equals to 6,948 pi. Because we have pi in everything, so pi will be cancelled out. So we're going to factorize with x cubed. So x cubed, let's cancel out all the pi's first. So x cubed, we left over here 50 minus 16/3 is equals to 6948. And x cubed, if you divide by this value using your calculator, so if you divide by this value, so you will get something like that. 6948 times by 3 over 134, that gives us our x cubed. And x cubed value you will get over here 155.552, that all equals to x cubed. If you take our cube root from this side, let's take our cube root, take our cube root on this side as well. So x is equals to 5.378. So we got the x value now. X is equals to 5.3758. Okay, now what we're looking for? We're looking for total surface area of the solid hemisphere. So if you look at the total surface area, so the upper part, we have a circle on top, and then we have a sphere, half of the sphere. So we have two faces here. So the curved face and the flat surface, which is a circle. So the surface area of sphere, what's the formula? 4 pi r squared. So let's write down here. Do we have space here? Yes, we have. So the surface area of hemisphere is equals to 4 pi r squared, then divided by 2. So what we will get over here, 4 times pi times r value is, this is hemisphere, so we're going to use over here 2 times x value is 5.378. Okay, and then divided by 2. So we will end up having 726.927. This is the curved part surface area. Now we're going to work out the flat surface, which is our area of a circle, right? Area of a circle is equals to pi r squared. Pi and r value is 2 times 5.378. So we can write it down as 10. So we can write it down as 10 point, is too thick, 10.756 whole square, and that will end up with, so let's do it over here, 10.756 squares, 10.756 10.756 squares, then times by pi. That will give us 363.4557. Now we're going to add them up because we're looking for the total surface area. So write down total surface area of hemisphere, right? Hemisphere is equals to 726.927 plus 363.4557, and we will end up with 1090.38. So the question says, need to give your answer. Let's go back. The question says, give your answer to the nearest integer. So the nearest integer would be, so there is no decimal, so this is less than 5. So the nearest integer will be 1090 centimeters squared. So this is our final answer. Okay, this is a bit tricky question, but if you follow the steps, you will get to the answer easily. Okay, thank you.